It was for my boy Dylan Bickerton.
What's up, man? How are you guys?
How are you, sir?
No, well, thank you for having me.
Living good.
So this is our first podcast for the JTDG CFM Madden 22. We've got admin Jay Mabry, Jay West Brown.
What's up? What's up?
Special guest, Big Play Bick,
Yes,
stepping
sir.
in, helping us out tonight. So we're gonna get everything posted right now. Let people start, filtering in. We'll probably get started here in a couple minutes, or as soon as Jay West gives me the okay. So Bickerton, you wanted to talk a little smack earlier about how you were just dying to be a Ravens fan all of a sudden.
Nah, man, the Ravens took a big dub today against the Chargers, and that was a very dominant win for the AFC North for the Ravens, and the Bengals will take on the Ravens next Sunday, so I'm looking forward to that game, being a Bengals fan. And I think the Ravens just proved how good they are in the AFC North. Last week the Chargers beat those Chargers, and then the Ravens come in and take care of them, so looking forward to that, man.
Yeah, you think? What do you think the spread's going to be? Who you got? I mean, where is it? Or who's the home team?
I think it's at the Ravens on Sunday.
That's not good.
Yeah, you guys always play really good there, so I think it's gonna be a close game, hopefully, and I think the Ravens are gonna take it.
Yeah.
We gotta find a way to stop Lamar Jackson. He looks so elusive out there on the field today against the Chargers, so that's gonna be the biggest playmaker of the game.
Buddy, don't come in here using big words like elusive. I mean, that's
He's out there juking
that's what the
10 guys on
Bengals
the
have
field,
done.
man.
That's what the Bengals have done in the history of their franchise. They've always eluded those W's. You know what I mean? So I know you're familiar with it, but that's all right.
Hey, if we stop Lamar Jackson, then I think we can win that game. But you gotta stop him first.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that. That's all I can tell you.
Exactly. But our offense, we gotta get clicking early. Sometimes it seems like we just wait till the second half to get started. So we can't be doing that against those good teams.
What about Burrow? Is he still alive?
Yeah, Burr looked good today, man. He had two big passes to Jamar Chase. Had a throw to rookie Chris Evans out of the backfield for a Bengals touchdown. So that was looking good between those two.
Well, I figured he had already. Was it him that they were talking about, that he has an issue sliding?
Yeah, last week he tried to go get a first down, and he got hit again. So after the game, Aaron Rodgers said someone needs to teach that man how to slide. During the game today, he got out of bounds twice after he picked up the first down. So it looks like he's learned after that hit last week. So,
Well, what do you think spread's going to be? What's
I don't know,
Bickerton?
man. That's
What's
tough.
Bickerton's? What's Vegas saying? Tell me.
What's Bickerton Vegas saying?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Okay, so
What do you think? What do you think, man?
It's Ravens by minimum of 10.
Oh yeah, I can see that. You guys have a
Minimum.
good defense and a good offense to go with it. So
Well, we
I
just
can definitely see 13. I can see 13 and a half be realistic. I think that's what the odds are going to be.
hate everybody. So,
Yeah.
and Mabry, you're down there in Nashville
Yes, sir.
area. You're like you're an on and off Titans fan, depending on what's going on down there.
When they're not
So-
making me mad, yeah, absolutely.
So what's going on with the Titans?
Henry to the left, Henry to the right, Henry up the middle.
Yeah.
You know,
Just like our boy Vargas, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, he's on pace this year right now. Man, I'm really going to be upset if he gets hurt, because I mean, we're running this kid to death. I figured our pass game would be a lot better, But right when we got them out there, both of them got hurt. And I think they're finally going to get back on the field. I think we're expecting Julio Jones to be back and Bud Dupree. So I'm hoping that helps our defense, because I'm telling you right now, and I said this going in, everybody, we look good on paper, but our defense, we didn't do anything to improve our defense. Nothing, other than Bud Dupree. So if he don't step up and do something.
You got Farley.
I mean, he's a rookie, man.
Just send him to Baltimore. I'm sure they would greatly appreciate him. Who they play? Who did they play today?
He said he valued his knees too much. He didn't want to come.
I heard that. Who did they play today? I didn't even look.
Nobody. They got Monday night against the Red Hot Bills.
Oh, okay. What's that series normally like?
We roughed them up pretty good last year, man. We had a really big win against them, but man, I'm telling you, I think they're playing on a different level right now, and I don't really like the matchup. Because, like I said, our defense hasn't been playing really well. The only good thing we got going for us is a Monday night game, and it's at our house. So, but the Bills could light us up in a heartbeat, because they are really.
Monday night games are always different, though,
Yeah. I mean, they are. Josh Allen is playing out of his mind right now.
Yeah. Who you got?
Titans.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to take the Titans by 3. We're going to grind it out. We're going to grind it out.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Just like always, just grind it out. That's our staple. Been our staple. If we can keep A.J. Brown and Julio on the field long enough to get the chemistry going, I think that we can open it up a little bit more. But until then, we're just going to run, Henry, run.
Hey, nothing wrong with running the ball, man. That's my style. But and Jay West Brown's up in the Virginia Beach area. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Hampton Roads.
There you go.
7 cities.
Diehard Washington fan.
Born and raised, man.
Man, I've got to go in on you a little bit, man. You've got too much young
Please
talent,
do.
and I just want to know what in the hell is going on with their defense.
Only thing I can chalk it up to is
It's not Madden.
Coach got a plan. Hey, man, I'm just.
Oh, y'all got a coach and everything up there. Okay, that's
Yeah,
cool.
we actually got a coach, man. So I'm just gonna trust his process. I'm gonna give him another year,
So,
and if nothing changes after that, then
so
I'm
you've
just gonna
got
keep
you've
doing
got a
what I've been
coach
doing.
and you guys have got you've got uniforms and everything, right?
yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
What's
Man,
the QB situation going? How's it going?
Well, I'm gonna tell you this, man. I really wasn't too keen on Fitzpatrick, but it's looking like we could use his experience right now. And that's not a slight to Heineke, but I don't know, man. It just seems like, I mean, maybe he just needs a little more time, or I'm just I'm being too anxious. Being a fan of this team is always difficult, man. So sometimes it's hard to watch.
Hey, look, man. If I can survive Kyle Bowler as a Ravens fan, you're gonna be fine. Okay.
Yeah, but y'all good now. Y'all got y'all guys.
I know, but
man.
now we got all kinds of fans everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I hear that. And I know I don't think he's the answer for the future. I mean, he's definitely serviceable now, but it's looking like, man, we're not gonna do too well, and we're gonna end up drafting a quarterback. We just gotta draft.
so you're like real life tanking.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say? Like, I don't want us to tank. I was hoping that we would have a decent season. The highlight of our off season going into the season was our defense, and the defense has not been living up to their expectation. So it's just difficult, man. It's like you got all these first rounders on the D line, and they're not even playing that bad. It's just everything else around them. Like we have injuries at linebacker. They weren't great to begin with, and then our defensive backs. I mean, it's just they're not consistent, man. They got Landon Collins in coverage, and he is getting murdered out there. I mean, Kelsey murdered him today, like at will. I don't know if he had like 10 catches, maybe more. I mean,
Did they notify the next of kin?
Nah, man. I think he's just out there. He's just gonna R.I.P. to him, man. He got murdered out there. I think he's still on the field, man.
It happens, man. Hey, and the only thing I'll say on that, man, is better y'all than us. So, I've been there, done that. I know exactly how you feel. But, now I wanted to go into a little bit. I'll start off. Seems like everything's posted or should be good to go. A little bit of back history on the whole OMEN, JTDG. Where we come from, what we're about. And I've known Mabry for probably damn near 20 years, if not more. And we all kind of met, online. We're a couple old dudes that just try to keep up with all the young guys online these days. But
Socom.
Yeah,
we met on Socom. If that tells anybody the age.
It was PS3 or PS2. I don't even remember.
It was PS2.
PS2.
It was the first game when they introduced their headset.
Oh yeah, those are the good old days. We had to fight for the mic. But so everything we started back in 2004, as far as doing league play and things like that, and we've ended up, this was before everything was integrated into the game, so we had to do everything by hand. And, going to the certain website and putting your stats in after every game and things like that, doing it manually and just having to trust people to do the right thing and that kind of thing. So we've been fortunate enough to, produce a quality product and it's carried over for all these years. And then we ended up running into, and how we met Jay West was that Level Up, Jay West?
Yeah, that was Level Up.
And that was, 6-7 years ago, something like that?
Yeah, just about.
So we met Jay West and realized that, he seemed to be an all right dude and everything. And when you meet people in life, you cross paths and you realize that, maybe you cross paths for a reason, and you get along with certain folks, and some folks you don't get along with. So, but we've all kind of, stuck together, with that, and we've got bigger plans for the final result of all this. And so it's in our first rodeo when it comes to actually running leagues and having good quality leagues and we've seen just about everything, and I know both of you guys can vouch for that, especially from not only an owner or member standpoint, but from an administrative standpoint. So, but what are some of the things? I'll touch on that for a second. Like with all three of you, like what are some good and bad things that you see in league play when you guys are maybe playing in other leagues compared to how we do things here? And I'll let anybody can go in and jump in first. Doesn't matter to me.
Well, I'm probably the biggest rookie on it because I've until the last couple of years I haven't been in other leagues. Starting out, before we brought ours back and Level Up, there for a while, Level Up was pretty good. I don't have a lot of bad things to say about it. Just kind of something went wrong and it abruptly ended. Just didn't care no longer what the guys who spent the time in the league cared about, and just shut it down completely. And that's fine. It gave us time to start ours back up. And but I played in a couple of this year. I've played in some different ones. I played in one where that I think we pride ourselves on. The commissioners just didn't care. I mean, I sat there and watched them purposely screw one of the other owners to benefit one of the commissioners to get the win, so he could make the playoffs. I mean, everybody saw what happened, and it's like you can never do that with any type of power. And so that I immediately was gone out of that league. And in the other league, I have to say I liked it because I never played in a 24-hour advanced one, and man, they was just going. And I seen some things in it that I liked, and I seen some things in it I didn't like. The one thing, I think it's going to get better because they were going to switch to Discord, and I think that would definitely help them out. But there's a lot of inactive people in that league that was taking advantage of the situation and making the playoffs year in and year out and wasn't playing a third of their games. We called one of the owners out that time, and we had fun doing it. I won't even say his name, but it was fun to do it because it was obvious that's what he did. I mean, he literally played 3 games out of 17 and made the playoffs and won the division. And so that's the part I didn't care too much about that league. But that league I would go back to if I had more time. I did like the individuals that was in it. We met some cool guys and brought a couple of guys with us here. And I like the commissioner stuck by what he said he was going to do. If he said he was advancing at this time, he'd advance at that time. It didn't matter. It was on you. And I think that helps make a league keep going. You got to stick whatever you say as a commissioner is what you're going to go by, and you just do it. The off seasons went by real fast. The draft went through real fast, and we started. And it was let's go. Let's just keep going. And I enjoyed that. But basically, to me in other leagues, it's the commissioners. It's how commissioners run things. And, as commissioners, I think what we've taken on is we like to compete with just anybody, but we also know we're here to run this league, and everybody else in the league matters. And we can never sit here and just act like, well, we control this, we're going to do this, and this is how it's going to be. And we've gotten better through trial and error, And I think listening to our owners for the most part, putting up a poll, doing that kind of things, and I think that's what sets our league apart from a lot of them. We're not dictators by no means.
I agree with that. Definitely agree with that.
What you got, Jay West? How does JTDG and OMEN, how are we different in your opinion?
Man, I think Paul's touched up on a lot of it, man. It's just how the leagues are ran and what's put into it. I think we got a good group of guys, man, and the effort and the how far we'll go to make the members of the league feel comfortable and and have an enjoyable experience. We have incentives. We try to keep them involved. Like you said, boss, we do polls. They have a say. In how we do things. Because it's just better that way. You can have and that goes into like who's gonna be active in your league, and you can get people in your league and they'll see, oh man, I ain't dealing with this, and then they just leave. Like, if we have somebody that leaves our league for any reason, like they'll send each and every one of us a message. This is for the most part. I can't say this for everybody, but they'll let us know, they got something going on, they can't continue the league, and I appreciate it, appreciate the opportunity to be in the league, and they just appreciate us and how we ran things, and then we always give them that open window, sorry you're going through what you're going through or whatever, and if you ever, when you're ready to come back, man, it's spot open, you right back in there,
No, I'm saying.
Know what I'm saying? Know what I mean?
Yeah.
and it's been a few times. Look, it's been a few times where that's happened. Like, hey man, I'm ready to get back in. That's a few guys. They deal with whatever they got to deal with, and then right back. And we always get messages. Hey man, y'all starting the league? First thing happen, man. As soon as the new game drop, man, I don't know how many messages I got. Hey man, y'all starting the league? Yeah. Because people trust us, man. We are men of our word. You know what I'm saying? We're going to give you what you want.
I'll jump in real quick if you don't mind. Another thing I like about what we're doing, and I want the new guys to understand, I know we got some open teams right now, and that happens a lot with us because we try to fill our league by word of mouth from our owners. We try like as much as we can before we go to any of these other little websites or things to find members, because you never know what you're going to get, and so I just wanted to give everybody, let them know about that. We do have some open teams right now, but we have those for a reason, because we'd rather play a season with the owners we got and make it worth something, or fill a team from one of our owners that we already have in here because we trust them, you know. And that's just wanted to let everybody know that's the thought process on that.
Bickerton, how you feel about it? I mean, how long have you been in JTDG leagues and OMEN?
I'd say I've been playing with you guys for 3 seasons, 3 games now.
So 3 calendar years.
This is by far my favorite leagues I play in.
What draws you? What made you want to stay and come back?
How interactive you guys are on the Facebook pages and keeping everyone updated. I really enjoy our league page, and everyone's always, like you guys talked about, the polls and giving us the ability to voice our opinions of what we want as a group. Another thing that's really cool is the competition in this league.
Yeah.
Everyone's a tough user, man. Like, I played Nate, and then I played Josh, and I played Jay West, and all 3 of those games are super tough. You gotta be playing your A game. So even if you lose a game, you're always getting better from it.
You played Mabry too.
Yeah, I was gonna say you just overlooked me.
Boy,
I was the first one on your little 5-win streak here.
Yeah,
you know?
Bickerton just cut your ass, Mabry.
The one that started the streak didn't matter, you know.
It's only a streak after the first one, so the second game is what the streak counts as.
Okay.
I agree with all that, man. I feel like that a lot of times guys join our league and then they're accustomed to winning, you know, all the time and things like that, and then they realize that, you know, overall, not only do we have good dudes in our league, like the competition from top to bottom. I mean, there's no telling who's going to win that game. There's a lot of parity in our leagues. And some people can handle that. Some people thrive on that type of environment, and some people just, you know, they want to take their ball and go home at that point. So and that's fine. I mean, to each their own, and you know, we don't never look at anything like it's a right or wrong. We look at things like, you know, is it a good fit, kind of thing. So, but Bickerton, do you want to add anything else to that?
No, that's all, man.
Okay, well, I just want to let you know that we really don't like you. So
yeah,
I look at you like a stray dog, like we fed you once and then the damn thing won't leave, you know, that kind of thing. So, but no, man, you're much.
I beat you guys. That's all.
Well, it is now.
Definitely added to my my damn stress. I mean, you know, first I had to worry about was just my friends, then I had to worry about Thornton all the time. Then here comes Richard, and now we got to add bigger. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, you know, how far down the list am I going to go? You know.
So since we're on Bickerton, you know, kind of, I know you play some college baseball and things like that. Grew up being a baseball player. I'm a baseball coach. Have a program that I run. You know, that kind of thing. So, you know, we kind of hit it off right there. But tell us, like, who the hell is Dylan Bickerton?
Yeah, man. So thank you for having me. I'm a 22-year-old college baseball player, student athlete from Youngstown, Ohio. I'm going to a small Christian school outside Pittsburgh. And, yeah, being a Bengals fan, I'm a diehard Bengals fan. That's kind of a tough thing over the last couple of years. We're finally turning on the uprise as a Bengals team. But, yeah, man, I'm out here playing with my 79 overall Bengals team and taking it to some high overalls. So I'm never in a regular league with a different team than the Bengals. I got to stick to them, and yeah, that's who I am.
So that's the only team you ever use is the Bengals?
Yeah, the fantasy league I'll probably change it up, but as far as like regular leagues, I definitely stick with my Bengals.
Yeah.
And as far as like free agency go, I hate like picking up like top name players because I like playing with the guys that they have on their rosters. So I like developing those guys and playing with them. So
are you married? Kids?
Nah, man. My schedule's so busy right now. I'm working 2 different jobs, and on top of that, with class and baseball, and I'm in FCA, which is Fellowship of Christian Athletes. It's a little club on campus, so I'm super busy on top of Madden. So got no girlfriend right now, man.
Oh, that's good. You got a boyfriend?
Nah, I'm not into that, man.
Okay. Hey, I gotta ask. You know what I mean? It's a different time these days. I don't know.
Man.
To each their own. You know, but who am I? But not my cup of tea either. But you know, so we got a lot to talk about. Really, normally our shows are not going to be this in depth. If people want to find out our history and all that stuff, they can always come back to this first episode and watch it there. But some of the things we're going to talk about, as far as JTDG and OMEN, all that stuff. We got some new leagues coming up. We want to go over what our payouts are going to be and things like that. We're going to go over division leaders. We're going to go over our vets. Find out who's been with us, who to watch, all that kind of stuff, things like that. So up and comers got some new faces, that have come in and really have seemed to kind of fit in and that kind of thing. And we'll go over power rankings, games of the week, and then move into the rest of our week leading up to it. So, but just for everybody that's listening now, or maybe they come in at a later time and come back and watch this, we're going to try to do a podcast every Sunday night at 9 Eastern, and try to just a big thing for us is to produce quality product. And there's too many bad leagues out there and things like that, so we want to go the extra mile for everybody that's involved with everything that we do. But so as far as onto these new leagues. We've got a fantasy league coming up. The draft will be Saturday. We will determine a time within the next couple of days and have that out hopefully by Wednesday. And we'll all get together and do a draft on Saturday night. Payouts, things like that, for our leagues. We try to be creative a little bit and raise money a certain way, through just different kinds of options, and raise as much as we can. And once we get that fantasy league, once we get it established and everything gets settled in, and like I said, we've got 12 spots that are left to fill on it, and we'll move into our third league, which you guys were talking about a poll that we put up, the most recent one was this patch that came out, and how is it going to affect, these franchises, in the Madden scene and stuff. And we just kind of looked at it, and it was a close vote. There was only 4 votes that separated, to whether or not we were going to reboot and, just start all over, or we're going to continue without the updated scouting. And we had a close vote within 4 of the one that had the most votes was to reboot. So we're going to try to appease everybody. Our opinion on it as admin is to try to not really I think Mabry had touched on it earlier, or somebody, about not being a dictator and things like that. So number one, we would never quit mid-season, period. There's too much time and effort that's invested into each and every team. Not only as an owner, but I'm sure you can imagine, the hours and stuff that's put in from admin. And, so we'll get all that. We'll start a third league, and to honor those who did want to reboot and give them another opportunity to, to kind of come in and restart. Maybe they came in late with us, didn't get the team that they necessarily wanted, or whatever their reason might be, or maybe they're just diehards and they just want an extra league to play in. So that's some exciting stuff coming up as far as those leagues, and it should be taking place in the next couple of weeks as far as that. But we raised $700 in our current league as far as payouts.
Yeah, buddy.
I posted that today, and as far as how that's tiered out, and can somebody look at that and see we had 8, like all division winners will get a piece of the pie. So you have 8 people there. You have your champion, you have your runner-up, and then you have 2 coaches of the year.
Yeah, I got it right here. It's division winners, 8 of them. That's $30 a piece. That's $240. You got runner up for the Super Bowl that gets $150. Champion gets $250. And we went with the coach of the year for 2 of them at $30 at $60.
Yeah, so it's 100% payout, right? And that's
Yep.
we will always try to do that, but support with our everything that we do and our channels and stuff. I mean, that's very important for us to be able to maintain, to continue to do this and to grow and do all those kinds of things. But probably my most favorite part about that is the fact that there's 12 people. Is that right? 8, 2, 10, 12. You got 12 members potentially that could get a piece of the pie, as opposed to a lot of these money leagues. It goes to the top 2 and that's about it. Yeah. And we're it was mentioned earlier too about we're here for everybody regardless of skill set. Doesn't matter. We want everybody to have a great experience with us. And a lot of times when even something as simple as winning your division, you can basically win your money back and pretty much just play for free if you want to look at it that way. Yep. So just a lot of cool stuff happening with that. I mean, if you guys want to throw in anything on, did I leave anything out, or how you guys feeling about these new leagues and stuff?
I'm excited for the fantasy one. I just enjoy it. But the type of player I am, I'll show up one week and compete, and next week I get blowed out. So I've always enjoyed the drafting and things like that. So I'm looking forward to that part of it. And as far as a new league, I'm obviously looking forward to that, just to see what all the new recruiting, scouting, whatever, all these things are, and if they're even worth it. I mean, because I think that's what's going to be good. To play in a league that has everything that it says it's going to have, just see if it's even worth having out there. It may not. It may be something that slows the league down enough to where people don't really want to fool with it. It may be something for us to look into and actually make a league that actually goes, like every year we make sure we got a league going that follows the actual NFL season. It could be something like that. So those are just spitballed ideas, of course. It's just my thoughts.
Well, the other thing we forgot to mention earlier, we were talking about, Jay West, when you were talking about people are asking, we starting a league up and, and all this stuff. We got guys like J.A.N that are 100%. Well, I guess it wouldn't be 100%, but they're mainly on PS5, mm-hmm. and they're coming back on PS4 just to join our leagues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though he was scared to get in my division, I'm just gonna go ahead and say that.
I can't speak on that. It is yet to be determined. But JBS, how you feel about all of it?
Well, y'all already know, man. I'm just gonna put this out there.
You're
man,
usually in like 30 leagues, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
I'm actually only in 3 leagues right now, which is all-time low for me because I average about 7 leagues. That's on average. That's so and that just that's
and then COVID hit, and then we got to blame everything on COVID, right? So you dropped off.
Yeah, I definitely fell off a little bit, but everybody knows, man. I'm not too huge on the fantasy. Not saying that I won't play, but I get a lot of anxiety. When I gotta draft my team, man. I don't know why that is.
I gotta say, I gotta intervene right here for everybody listening, man. I'm telling you right now, if you want to see an absolute meltdown, and then maybe this is why I love fantasy leagues, okay? I'm talking like elite level meltdown, then you have got to be in the chat when it comes fantasy draft and it is Jay West's pick. I don't care if it's a first round. This dude is all over the place. He's making me a nervous wreck. I'm peeing on myself, like all kinds of stuff.
I don't know why, man, but it happens every time. Like every time we start a new Madden, and we start off with our rigs. The next thing you know, somebody say, "Hey, man, what about the fantasy?" No, I don't even want to hear that word.
I remember I remember last year, man, when we did it. I even got blamed for it. I think at one point, like you had your pick. You was ready to go, and this is literally the pick before you, and then it come your turn, and it was like stage fright. And then you didn't know who to pick, and I was like, man, I don't know who to tell you. You kept asking me, who do I take? Who do I take? I'm like, man, I don't know. You know, make a pick that's going to fit you, and then you ended up picking somebody, and it wasn't anybody that was on your list. You panicked. It's almost like, you know, it was an impulse buy when you're checking out at the grocery store, right? And they got all that shit up front, you know, all that candy and stuff. You're going to be that guy. And then the only thing that you said was like, man, Josh, why did you got to help me out in situation? I'm like, man, it wasn't even my pick. What are you talking about?
It's a high stakes situation, man. You know.
No doubt.
You make the wrong pick, it's over, man.
And especially
depending on
you
where
made the
you're
playoffs
picking.
every time. You know, for the record, in that league,
Well,
you made the playoffs every season.
Nah, the last fantasy we did, I did I make the playoffs
Yes.
with the Jets? No, I don't think I did.
I don't even remember. I didn't
Yeah,
know
I don't
you
think I
had the
did.
Jets.
Yeah, I had the Jets, man, and remember I started off, I was like 0-5 or something, like 0-6. I was like, man, forget this shit. But I did go on a little bit of a run, but I don't think it was enough because the team started to build up, you know. But it's all good, man. But yeah, I mean, you know, that's the fantasy side, man. On the reg side, man, you know, I'm definitely anxious to use another team. You know,
We're all anxious for those sweet deals.
Yeah, buddy.
Man. Nobody's coming knocking on my door anymore for sweet deals, man. But it's all good, man. I got to get my name back in order. You know, Jay West, aka Mr. Sweet Deals. You know, sweetest deals in town. You know, come get you a player.
Let's get some clarification. It's not sweet, it's sweet.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Right?
Sweet deals.
Sweet. With a CH up in there.
Sweet deals, man. But, yeah, I might, you know, using a new team because, you know, my team is the football team all day. DC guy here. But I was thinking about using the Rams, you know, or you know, maybe the Ravens, you know. That's Josh's team. You know, but just looking forward to using another team, man, and building another team. That's what I like to do. That's why I get in so many leagues.
You mentioned the Ravens, man. Please don't do that to that team.
Nah, man. Hey, man, I get the Ravens to make some sweet deals, you know.
Yeah, I heard that.
You said you had to build the Ravens up too.
So speaking of playoffs and all that stuff, division leaders, who we got? What are we looking at? Let's dive into that.
Well, let's see. Right now, you got Bickerton with the Bengals leading the AFC North.
What?
Yep.
What?
Yes, sir. 7-2.
Hold up. I'm getting over there to the AFC North. Jay West, that's your division, son.
Yeah, it is.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh. Here it goes.
It's all good. I'm just gonna make sure I take care of that what is that safety or corner blitz that you're bringing out wide. Once I take care of that little
user blitz.
Yeah, okay,
That
it's all
user
good.
blitz.
I'm gonna make sure I handle that user blitz, and then after I do that, then it's gonna be a wrap.
Hey, you gotta get more than 3 first downs a game, buddy.
Well, look, hey, what you don't understand is I was. This is what you need to understand. My whole objective that game.
Going at it, Cog.
Listen, no, my whole objective that game was to show somebody that I can run their cheese, and I did exactly that. I ran that cheese, and that cheese was good. I spread it on crackers. I did what I wanted to do with the cheese until you started that user blitz outside. But it's cool. I'm gonna handle that. Once I handle matter of fact, the next game I play, I'm gonna run it down your throat, and you're not gonna stop it. You know Bickerton, you know I'm a runner.
Whoa.
So you already know what time it is.
Oh, it's
all
getting
good, man.
hot.
Hey, I love it. I love the competition, man.
You gotta
Hey,
let
my
him
hat's off to
respond,
you.
Jay West. Give him a
No, I'm
chance
not
to
done
respond.
Well, I'm not done talking. When I'm done talking, you can
Easy,
respond.
easy.
But listen, hey, my hat's off to you. You got the division right now. That's cool. But guess what? We play again. And it's gonna be a whole different type of game. But you know,
Bickerton, what you got,
congratulations, man. You holding it down right now. No, respect.
What you got on that, Bickerton?
Respect.
All I can say is he better stick to singing because he can't play defense.
Oh, there we go.
31 rushes by Joe Mixon for 210 yards and 3
Yeah,
touchdowns.
yeah, especially when you're running that,
God.
especially when you're running that inside zone. Yeah, inside zone. We're gonna see what's up with that.
And this boy said he goes to a Christian school.
Yeah,
I'm like, look, man.
Hey,
I'm
Mr.
like,
Inside Zone.
no,
It's
I'm
all
like,
good.
I'm like Will Ferrell. I don't believe you.
Hey, I will
So-
give him. OBJ had 3 receptions for 220 yards for 3 touchdowns. That man was
Yeah, I
unstoppable.
proved my point. It's all good. You know.
So
You
we're
got the
sitting
win.
here looking at the standings. Bengals 7-2, Browns 6-3. So there's one game out, Jay West. One game out.
Yeah, I'm not. Hey, I'm not nervous. I'm not sweating.
He ain't concerned.
I'm relaxing. I'm
He ain't
good.
concerned, Bickerton.
Yeah, I knew he.
And then,
Hey,
and then you got
he
the
was
Ravens.
either. I knew he's gonna take one of them. He ain't gonna get both though.
You got the Ravens in third at 5-3, man. That's a, and then the Steelers
it's-
closing it out 2-5. That's a tough division.
It's a close race, man. Like Ravens is never out of it, man.
Yeah, we
Shout
got 3
out- shout
playoff
out to
teams there,
Nate,
right there, man.
So here's the thing that I look at, just right off top, right off jump. Browns is points for 354, points against 231. Bengals 269. How in the hell are you 7-2, scoring minimal points? Is it because your
Defense wins
defense?
championships, man.
You got 180. Hey, I can't argue that. Can't argue that whatsoever, man. Points against are 183, man. So I think it's you guys have got your handful this second half of the season for sure. We're in week 9 right now, getting ready to be advances tonight. We'll move into week 10, I think. So, but so next up, AFC South. We got the Jags at 5-2. Titans and Colts at 3-6. Texans at 3-5. Talk to me about this division.
Let me start off and talk about this division. Alright. So we got the Texans at 3-5. I think that guy. I think he had to drop out the league. So you can count them out. I don't think they're gonna do anything. But here's the thing: you got the Jaguars at 5-2. I'm gonna say right now. I'm not too sure about the Jaguars because that's one of our new users.
Yeah,
And,
what's his name?
Who the Jaguars?
I'll tell you.
Oh, I can tell you right now.
That's Tyron Terry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tyron Terry.
Tyron Terry.
I haven't, because a lot of people don't stream, so we can't see the actual games. So I don't know yet, man. But we got the Titans. We got Anthony Vargas. Anthony is different, man. He's the type
is a
man.
running machine.
Yeah, he gonna run it. He gonna run the ball. He gonna run it. If it's 3rd and 19, he's running it. He running that thing, man. And then he got Derrick Henry, man. You already know. You already know what he can do in this game and in this Madden in real life. And he's definitely using Henry like he's used in real life and how he's supposed to be used. And that can be dangerous. But at times in the game, man, when you gotta pass that ball, man. You got to pass the ball. The run ain't gonna save you, and that basically shows you right there 3 wins and 6 losses because he's not putting up the points. He's only got points for 147. That's not gonna get it done, man. You gotta. Hey, man. Sometimes you gotta let that thing go, man. You gotta throw the ball.
Well,
Then you got. I'm sorry.
No, I was just
Go
going
ahead.
to say you got the Colts right there, right behind them, same record.
Yeah, Colts, same record, 3-6, but.
The problem child.
That's the young gun Terry,
That's
man.
one of our new up and comers,
Hey,
man. Terry.
young gun Terry, yeah, man.
Terry be cutting up, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Man,
He's the
Terry's
real
a
deal.
problem, man.
He came
He
in
came
there
in.
0-5,
Yeah, I don't
right?
think he had a win. Yeah, he didn't even have a win.
Yeah.
And he has a shot for the division right now if he can win out. And if the Jaguars start to fall off a little bit, I don't think he's played them yet. I'm not sure. Maybe before he got in the league, they may have played, but I don't think he's played them since he got in the league. And the kid's a problem, man. He already made some crazy moves. I don't know. Hey, man, I told him, man. I said you might be the new Mr. Sweet Deals, man. Because
He
you out
don't
here making
value
moves.
linemen or D linemen at all.
He don't. But look,
At all.
he gonna load that offense up with speed, and that's where I try to emulate the young gun, man. That cheese is amazing. It is amazing cheese, man. I told him he got that high quality Wisconsin cheese, man. That cheddar. You
I
know
mean,
what
what
I'm
is
saying?
it? What is a little saying I just learned from? I mean, I respect that. I respect that.
I respect
You know.
that. Shout outs to Terry, man.
Yeah.
That dude's a kid, something else, man. But
Bickerton,
yeah,
you played any of these dudes?
I don't think so, but like he was saying, I think the Colts, man, I think he could take that division here soon. He's on the rise for sure.
He's the real deal,
he's
man.
tough, man. He's tough, and that defense, like he runs it well. And if you can't stop him, man, you are in trouble.
Well,
He's coming at you all game.
If you guys
All
want to
game.
see an outstanding game, I just played him. That'd be this week. It was this week's game. Came down the wire, like literally. It was. I'm not going to tell you what happened, but man, it was just a fantastic. I'm talking like last second stuff. So
I can tell you right now, I watched that whole game, and anybody that knows me knows when I get a few drinks in me, I get talkative as no get out. I did not say a word that entire game. It was that good of a game,
it was intense. A lot of back and forth stuff. There was, turnovers. There was fourth down conversions. A timely situation. I mean, it was probably it was a very stressful game for me. But we'll move on to AFC East with yours truly and the lowly Jets. 7-1, Bills 5-2, Dolphins, Matthew 3-5, Richard with the Bills at 5-2, and then the Patriots. I don't think they've have an owner since like week 1. So
the Jets are who we thought they would.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got a
again.
damn owner out here always struggling.
I do struggle.
Yeah, he struggles every year.
Wins.
I never see somebody struggle as much. And he's got a dude that from the very get-go said he was coming for that neck.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't shy away one bit. He's seen where division you went in, and he came right off in there. That's Richard Butler.
Old Richard. Hey, we call him. His real name's Richard. We call him Dick for short. If you know what I'm saying.
He's a real deal too, man. I like him, man, because if you ever noticed, I don't know if he's done it this year or not, but he doesn't really like buying the attributes and stuff like that, so he hardly ever does it. So he really goes out there and he plays with the teams that he has, and he's won the Super Bowl doing that.
Man, I'm going to tell you about Richard. Richard can suck it straight up. Okay. So this is what I know about Richard. I don't know what I done to this dude. Love him to death. Don't get me wrong. Love him to death. Ever since he won that Super Bowl, and Richard, if you hear me, I want you to take this to heart and learn how to be better, Richard. When he won that Super Bowl, for whatever reason, this dude was in my DMs talking shit. He was posting shit on the page. I mean, just absolutely wearing me out. What did I do to you? I did not steal your bread, bro. I did not take your lunch money. So, whatever.
He quick to let you know. He's like, hey, man.
Yeah, Richard, I'm going to let you know right now, old boy.
Oh, yeah. He'll hit me up in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I don't even know a game going on, and he'll hit me up. Now, I just beat your boy. Told you. I'm like, what?
Yeah, he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. And then every game that he watches, he'll come in and he'll slide me a message in there. Man, what you should have done was this. But Richard, and we'll move on to the next division. But Richard, I'm telling you right now, go to church, man.
I tell you what, before we move on, though, the Dolphins, man, Matthew, one of the streamers that are in the league, man. If you ain't careful, that dude will light you up.
Yeah, well.
I don't know what he's got working with Tua and Waddle, but he will light you up.
Tua Waddle connection.
He's on a -3 streak right now, man. But
I'll tell you this though. I mean, Matthew's right there. Yeah, he's 3-5. I mean, there's still time to at least make some noise and and get into that playoff picture. But one thing about Matthew is, I'll just tell you this, bro. Whatever you're running, Richard will shut it down. Okay.
His name, what he got? His name's Ravens Gaming.
Yeah, Ravens
Well,
Gaming.
Y'all want to go check out the stream?
On
Ravens
Facebook.
Gaming. Yep.
All right, next division. AFC West. Chargers, Raiders 4-3, Chiefs 2-6, Broncos 0-8. What's going on in the AFC West? Do we even have owners in that division?
Broncos are the only team without an owner, I think.
Andre White is the Chargers, if I'm not mistaken.
Chargers is a solid team, man. I haven't really got to see a lot on him, but
Bickerton, are you on the owners list?
It's
Yeah,
Andre
it was.
White.
But the one thing I like about the Chargers are they're 4-3, but they're offense heavy, man. Justin Herbert has 36 touchdowns and 2,800 yards passing already. That's one of the top quarterbacks in this league, so he loves throwing that ball around, man.
Chargers is Andre White, the Chiefs is Mike Reed, and the Raiders are Kevin Douglas.
Oh, yeah,
Kevin
Kevin.
Douglas.
Shout out to Kevin and Mike, man.
Yeah, Mikey rolling it in there. Probably one of our comeback player of the year. He never even played Madden. I don't know if he played Madden, but he'd never been in leagues before until he joined ours, and he's just consistently gotten better each season. And just you're talking about a wild dude, man. If you want an eventful evening, man, go play some Call of Duty with this guy. I mean, that's next level. I didn't know people did that. So, what else we got on that division? What's Kevin? What about Kevin?
Kevin's a solid player, man. Always has been. Honestly, with Kevin, it seems like, if he's got time to focus on the game, he's a problem. If he's got other things going on, he just kind of plays his game and builds his team. He definitely enjoys building a team.
Is he a balanced attack, or I know Bickerton said Chargers are pass heavy.
If you can't stop the Raiders, if you can't give him a reason to stop his run, he will run the ball all day long on you. I know that much. You got to give him a reason not to.
Well, Mikey will too. The only problem is Mikey's carrying a knife. You know what I'm saying? So it's.
And I've known the Chargers. I just went back and kind of looked at the stats of some of the games, man. And he's even the games he's lost, it's not by much. He's in every game and hanging in there. Like him and the Washington football team started off the year with a bang, man. I mean, I was like, I think the scores was 50-something to 50-something. I don't know, man. It was crazy.
All right. We'll go on to the NFC North. Vikings 6-2, Packers 4-4, Bears 1-7, Lions 0-8. Bickerton, what do you got?
Well, that Vikings team right out of the gate, they gave me my first loss, man. I lost 42-14, so they're definitely a good, well-rounded football team. They have good offense, and their defense is right there without offense, man. They
Did you say that was week one?
Yeah, they beat me 42-14 week one, man.
That is Jalen Wiggins. The Packers is yours truly. And the Bears is old Paul.
Paul.
The main man, Paul.
Man, Paul is one of the greatest people you ever meet, man. Just another solid vet. Dude got pissed because we thought we'd started a league without him, and he come in. He was had COVID, right?
Yeah.
Old boy was laid up in a hospital bed, and he said, "I know, y'all didn't start no damn league without me." No sir, but Paul's wild, man. He don't give a damn what he comes out in. He will call what he wants to call, and
he's definitely running a 3-quarterback system. Sometimes 4
that is,
quarterback system.
That's right.
It's definitely college all over.
Hey, if you're in a fantasy draft with this dude, you better go quarterback early.
Yeah.
So, what else you got on that, Bickerton?
Not much, man. That's all I got.
That's it.
Man.
Nothing on the Packers. That's twice.
That's two. That's 2 times.
That
right
is
there, isn't it?
twice.
That's 2
Hey,
times.
You are straight up just lethal,
2 times.
cold
Hey,
hearted.
I was gonna let him talk about himself, man. He's 4-4, so he's pretty balanced, man. He's nothing to sleep on. Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones are monsters. 211 points for and 217 points against. So
He's got a
definitely
decent
well
quarterback too, I think, with an AR on him. I forget his name.
Aaron Rodgers, man. It's the AR. Shit.
You like that little hint, huh? That little subtle
Man.
segue there, right?
Hey,
I
man,
am who I am,
Shout out
man.
to the Packers, man.
You know?
Shout out to the Packers, man.
I am who I am, man. I'm either going to show up and show out, or I'm going to show up and get blowed out. It's just that simple. There's no in between with me.
That's after you work 20 hours a day too. So I gotta give props to you for that.
You know, I mean, I was really, I mean, me and little KD has battled a lot, and we've had some pretty good games, man. But this last game, I mean, that's what I was saying. I'm glad he's not in the chat. You know, Jay West has to face his guy in the chat. I'm like, KD just, oh my gosh, man. Kudos to KD. He's on another level this year, I think. And he shut me like down. Like it was embarrassing. I had nothing. You know, I was like, I don't even know what to do.
Definitely like that sometimes.
Yep.
Well, we'll move on to the NFC South. We got the Saints at 7-0. We've got the Falcons at 5-2, Panthers at 4-4, and then the Bucks are sitting there at 2-6. Jay West, what you got, man?
Well, we got the Saints, man. We got one of the vets, man.
One of my favorite league members.
Yeah, man. Ken Thornton. Shout out to Ken, man. Running them Saints, man. That's one dude. He would take any team. Yeah, man. He would take any team and do you in, man. And he definitely knows how to build players, man. He'll take guys you wouldn't expect. He won't go for free agency. He won't try to take the best guys out of there. He'll snatch up his little guys that fit his system, and he'll make it work, man. 7-0. It's not a fluke. Just know that. And then we got the Falcons. Elijah Pearson. It's one of our new members. Not too sure about him. I haven't really seen much of like any type of interaction on the page, but he's solid, and he's coming in there and he's winning games. I know he's been having some connection issues. We're gonna try to figure that out, but who knows? Without those connection issues, he could be undefeated. So, you know, shout out to him. Then we got one of our own Panthers. Mr. Allen.
Mr.
Allen Van Leuven.
AKA Mr. 300.
Mr. 300, you know, for sitting at 4-4. I know, you know, he's been dealing with some stuff too, and his work schedule's crazy, you know, but he's still in there, man. 500, you know.
Solid player.
Solid player, man. He is the problem.
Beat anybody, anytime.
Man, and I bet he wishes he had Gilmore.
Yeah, no.
Oh, God.
You know,
I don't.
Real life's building his team. He ain't got to do nothing. Real life, the Panthers are just going nuts on some of these trades they're getting.
right.
Yeah, man. And we got Buccaneers. That's Steven Antos.
Big Steve.
Yeah, man. Another one of those guys that's definitely been getting better.
My boy
Better
called
in
me
the game.
today, man.
Did he?
Yeah, he said, man, I want first pick in that fantasy draft. And let me tell you, man, I have told this dude like 12 times that we don't have, you know, that's out of our hands. EA decides that shit, right?
Yeah.
And every time we have a draft coming up, so, man, give me that first pick. And I'm like, bro, no. You know, but Steve's a good one. He's another one, kind of like Mikey, you know. I mean, he started out and he wanted to join our league just to get better and things like that. And, you know, people like that are important to a league, you know, maintaining, you know, success year in and year out.
Absolutely.
And it has nothing to, like we said earlier, it has nothing to do with skill set and things like that, because you need those types of players. And Antos, man, he's been very good, you know, for our league, and he wanted to come in and just, you know, get better. And I know we've kind of labbed with him a little bit or gave him some tips at different times, and he's really just kind of, you know, turned it around. But I'll be honest with you guys, man, when I'm sitting here looking at this, you know, this particular division, I'm looking at points against, and, you know, Thornton, he's an animal. He's only given up 82 points in 7 games.
Wow.
So, Ken is always one of these guys, man, that like he don't make a lot of mistakes. And when he does, when you make a mistake, he's gonna make you pay. And so you got to be on your A game when you play this dude. And we've all faced him time and time again, because we're all vets ourselves and whatever. But no, just mad props, mad respect to Ken, for that stat right there. Moving on, NFC East, we got the Eagles sitting at 5-3, and we got Washington at 4-4, Cowboys at 3-4, and the Giants at 2-6. Mabry, what do you got?
Man, I don't know. Let me check out the Eagles. I don't know much about the Eagles, I don't think. I definitely know about the football team because me and him just had one of the
Bickerton, hold on 1 second. We got a guy asking to join our league. Can you handle that in the chat, please, sir?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mabry. Let us ruin your train of thought.
I'm embarrassed. I had to get my thing up. I'm embarrassed. That's old Edgar, the Eagles. Edgar's a solid player, man. Yes, man. Edgar is one of the best dudes I've met. He's one of those guys you're happy you met online. Good dude. He doesn't take things too serious. It's like, it is what it is, man. Let's just play and have fun. And if things don't work out, don't work out.
It could always be worse, bro. I mean, good things. You met him in the league. I mean, you could have met him in prison when he dropped the soap. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I mean, And we got the football team there that is, it's Messi Jr., but I think we know him as Marv. It throws me off every time I see that.
Marvelous Marvin.
I'm telling you what, man, if that guy decides to go ahead and play, he is going to be a problem, man, because I don't even know how I won that game. I think he was just having fun playing it and just he just kept on going. We was like, well, I don't know, let's just see how many stats we can walk away with on this game. And I got lucky and came away with a W. Just dumb luck. But man, I've never seen so many bombs.
Dude, that was an awesome game to watch. Just like mine and Terry's game the other night. I mean, you guys were right there just going back and forth until the end. I mean, went to overtime, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
yes, sir.
And it's that was a different style because I think you guys are still scoring. I think Marv woke up the next morning and scored again. But
yeah,
it was just you never know. I mean that's just part of football. Sometimes how it plays out, and that's our objective is to try to keep things. EA, they hand us a crap product. Seems like every single year, and we just want to try to go in and do the best we can with a broken product and try to replicate, actual real football, to the best of our abilities and what the game will allow us to do. And at the same time, there's a fine line with us not really putting, a whole lot of rules on it. We still want people to be individuals and things like that. But and there's always going to be, a little gray area where people are going to push the envelope and that kind of thing, man. But I really enjoyed, watching that game, with you guys that night.
I'm too old for that type of game. I thought I needed to go to the hospital and get checked up because, it was pretty rough, But and then the Cowboys is new to our league. Craig, we met him in that other league, and I'm only going to talk about how I even know the guy. I don't really know him, but he was always real active in the chat in the other league, all the time, and picking at other players, just I don't know, get the spark going, and he's a streamer sometimes, man. He streamed one of his games, man, and I'm telling you right now, that was the funniest damn stream I've watched in a long time. And the next thing I know, he was part of our league. So man, I'm really happy that he's in here, because he seems like somebody you could definitely have fun with. Just go out and have a beer with or something.
When we start talking about Craig, first thing pops up to me is personality.
Yes,
and then seeing that on that stream that night, I mean, I was hooked. As him as a member, and talked to him a few times. He's been in our chat a few times. I mean, dude's at another level. And
yeah.
I'm so proud that him and Terry are best friends, and that really makes me feel all warm and giddy inside like a little schoolgirl. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, but Craig is see, he's a Giants fan and he took the Cowboys. That kind of threw me off a little bit.
Man, I wouldn't have said that on the stream.
I know. I mean, I'm just going to call it what it is. We got nothing to hide here. It's not my problem.
And then speaking of the Giants, that's Mr. Blaine.
Oh,
Mr.
Blaine.
Yep. You know, he's one of those guys that seem like, you know, he's part of this league because he enjoys to play. And he just kind of plays his games and goes about his business, you know, and there ain't nothing wrong with that at all. Enjoy having people like that. You got to have people like that. I think we're doing good on having a kind of back and forth with it. You know, you got your guys in here that are dogs that are going to come in here and just, you know, make you think you're the worst player in the world. And you got your other guys who are going to come in here and you're going to have a good game with. And, you know, they're just enjoying the game and playing the game and passing the time, you know, and I've enjoyed having Blaine. He ain't never had no issues, no problems, no nothing.
Yeah, he's a repeat
I just wish he
offender.
would respond to me on those trades.
Well, we are past the trade
Send
deadline,
Barkley.
so,
Hey, Josh.
hey,
In this division, I really look for the Washington football team to make a push for first place. As far as offense goes, Jameis Winston's out here balling out. If you look at his numbers,
I know.
Yeah,
He put an
Yeah.
X factor on him, didn't he, or something?
yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
So he's right there at 500, I believe. So he's only a couple games behind those Eagles. So that might be a player to watch out for.
Hey, verify in the chat, X Verify. Go to our Facebook page and search for JTDG Gaming, or is it TV? JTDG TV. And you should be able to like and find out all the information about our leagues on there. All right, so we got our last division, and we come to the NFC West, and we have got two absolute killers in this division.
Mm-hmm.
We are sitting here with Cardinals at 9-0. We have got the Rams at 8-1. And then we go to the 49ers at 5-3, and then the Seahawks at 2-6. Bickerton, talk to me.
Yeah, man. In my
Okay,
opinion,
that's enough. Jay West, go ahead.
Hey now. Those Cardinals and Rams, like you said, they're both very tough teams, both offense heavy, passing the ball. So, just in like real life, I mean, the Cardinals and the Rams are both balling in real life, so that's awesome to see in the video game as well. I don't know what else you want me to say about these two teams besides you better watch out.
Yeah.
All right.
49ers, that's owner Chris Bird, man. Friend
Chris
of mine.
has been around for a minute.
Yeah, man. That dude, he's a little, he does things different, man. He'll pick up running backs like Dante Foreman out of free agency and turn him into a star. I don't know how he does it. I don't know why he does it. Then he trades away. He trades away Raheem Mostert for a bag of chips and a stick of Wrigley's. You know what
I didn't want to bring. I can't believe you brought that up because he hit me up and said, "I tell you what, man, give me Devontae Adams and I'll give you Mostert." And he turns around
he
and
will run that ball though.
And somebody must have had a coupon that day for Mostert, man.
Hey, not only will he run the ball, he's running I formation. He's going. He's lining up basic I formation, and he's running it down your throat.
Well, see, a lot of times, man, you got that's something I feel like that gets overlooked in league play, man. Is when you play in the game of Madden, you have to find players that fit you, and it may not be a mainstream player. You know, I mean, I find myself doing that all the time. It's like I don't want to use this player because everybody else has, like a $2 hoe. You know, everybody's already got their use out of it, and so I want to try to do something a little bit different, and you know, kind of surprise people. Like right now, you know, I'm running with Jake Funk.
Who's that?
Attaboy. That's the question, right? And so it's just one of those guys I stumbled upon. He's nothing special, you know, but maybe that's what old Chris is doing, man. He's finding something. He's 5-3, so you know he's above 500. He's probably on the bubble at least, you know, for the playoff hunt right now. But little KD with the Cardinals. I mean, 9-0. Like, this dude is, I think when I first met him, he's been in several years with us, and he was what I would consider like an average player, and he has really like broke out this year. Always been a good dude, and I mean, you want a family guy? This is your dude. I mean, this guy is picking up his godmama at 1 o'clock in the morning, all kinds of stuff like that, and I mean, he's all about his family.
Yep.
And so I respect that 100%. But for him to really break out, and it's not just his offense. I mean, obviously the Cardinals are very very good offensive team, but I'm sitting here looking at points against. He's only given up 135 in 9 games. So that's pretty impressive. But and then you got the Rams, and that's Jalen, right?
That's Jalen.
So Jalen's our boy, man. He's been on the other side of the world. I think he's down in Guadalajara, and he he's in the military supposedly, and he still makes time to come be a part of what we got going on. And this guy is sacrificing his PS5 time just to come hang out with his besties, and that I can't be more proud of when I hear people say that about our leagues and everything, and he's sitting there at 8-1. I mean, he's right on KD's tails. So, but no, I don't know. That looks like another tough division. So
absolutely.
You guys got anything further on the divisions?
I do. You know how you're talking about the Cardinals having a great offense, and their defense is right there, like you were saying. They make you turn the ball over, man. Buda Baker has 6 interceptions. Isaiah Simmons has 5. Byron Murphy has 5. So that guy uses his defense and turn those points into offense, man. And that's what you need to do with a team like that. And he's just out there balling on guys.
So,
yes, he is. I still got to put ice packs on my eyes and everything else from the game we played.
So we'll move on into the up and comers, like some new faces this season that joined us, and you guys have put together your list and things like that. Like, hey, talk to everybody about some of the new faces that we've got that are going out and doing the damn thing. Jay West.
I think definitely the Vikings. I think that's Jalen, right? Jalen Wiggins. I think he beat me too, man. Like, dude is solid, man. It was a good game, and I kind of slept on him because I didn't know what he was about. So, yeah, he's definitely somebody to look out for, man. He could be dangerous in that in the NFC. I know you got heavy hitters right now with the Rams and the Cards, man, but don't sleep on the Vikings.
Maybe, what do you got?
Man, I honestly, that my list on that one is kind of short, but on the AFC, just because how much I've talked to the kid and know the kid, I mean, and nobody else knows him. I'm just trying to put the league on notice for the Colts, Terry.
Absolutely.
I mean, the kid's good, man, and I just wanted to, make sure that people knew that and they didn't think all of a sudden, well, who is this? I'm telling you now.
Another JTDG protege.
Mm-hmm. And as far as the other ones go, man, I just kind of on mine I put, like, on the AFC, that's who I saw was the Colts, and on the NFC I put me and Allen and the football team. And I know that's weird to say it that way, but me and Allen, you never know what you're going to get. Me and Allen could go on a run at any minute.
Let me ask you something.
Yep.
So you put yourself on the up and comers.
Yes, sir.
And you've been doing this shit since 2004.
I am who I am. I don't know why y'all all say that. Like, I am who I am. I am the guy, like, I'm telling you right now, nobody in this league, I'm the only admin that they could give a crap less. I could come out here with the best team every year, and they would just go, the boss has got them, we're good.
So you're saying that you get your games in, right? Because people will play you, but they're going to do everybody else.
Ain't nobody scared to play me, man.
I don't
You
think
know?
that's a fair statement.
And I ain't gave him any reason to be scared to play me. You know, I mean, I don't know, man. I just ain't put it together, man. It's been that way. You know, sooner or later I'll get it to going. But I'm gonna leave myself as an up and comer because you never know. I might show up. You never know. You know. You know, I gotta keep saying my name because Bickerton's done written me off. I don't even exist in his world. Period.
That's evident. He done showcased that twice tonight.
Yeah, twice. You know,
he's probably got you muted right now. You know,
they already throwing dirt on the old man. The old man's just got gonna have my tombstone up next, man. I'm getting buried out here.
Yeah, the only reason I had to write you off was my AFC North is I gotta worry about them, man. I gotta play you once a year. That's about it. But I gotta play Jay West and freaking Nate twice a year, so I got my hands full over there.
No doubt, man. It's a tough division, man. Tough division.
Bickerton, who you got?
I hate you, young punks, man.
I can't stand them, man. They all burned.
The two I have are Nate. The reason I think he might be an upcomer is he plays in one of the two hardest divisions in our league. Lamar Jackson, he has a 70% completion rate with him, almost 2,500 passing yards, and he's 6 in points allowed. So he definitely has a great offensive defense. I can see Nate getting one of those wild card spots and making some noise at the right time, so don't be sleeping on him. And playing that good competition all year definitely will help at that time. And then to go with that, I have the Chargers. Like I said, they're 4-3 right now, but Justin Herbert's been balling out. Looking at their team, I think they got some young guys that they're looking to develop. Tony Brown, I think he has like 96 speed or something at the corner spot, has 4 interceptions for him. And then Michael Davis with 6 interceptions. So that's a team that has a great offense, and they're looking to build their defense, and I think that's going to hit at the right time towards the end of the season. So that's an upcoming guy for me to watch.
Got it. Anybody else we're leaving out?
Mm-hmm.
Jay West, you just do a drive-by?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Just checking. So statistically, you know, Bickerton, you're like all over it with a stat. You're like a stat machine, man. So
yeah, it's awesome, man.
Take us through what you see, you know, in each category as far as individual season stats thus far for the entire league.
All right.
Just we'll go through, you know, just whoever pops up on the screen.
Yeah, I got you.
Anybody that really stands out.
As far as passing, Matthew Stafford and Justin Herbert and Jimmy J are some of the top leaders for passing yards. Stafford's got Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods over there and for the Rams, and then Herbert, he has Mike Williams. I think that's his number 2 target, and then he has some speedy guys as number 1. So that's pretty surprising there. He's definitely looking to develop that team. And then you got Jameis Winston coming in at 3rd. He has 2,800 passing yards, which these guys are balling out, throwing the ball. And coming in 4th, you got the Browns, man. The Browns have a great passing offense. Like I said, OBJ's out there balling. I think he's one of the top 3 guys for
we know that guy,
yards.
don't we? Who has the Browns?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I think Jay West. And then number 5, you got Lamar for passing yards. So not only you have to worry about Lamar running the ball on you out of the pocket, you got to worry about him throwing too with that 70% completion rate. So that's pretty dangerous.
Hey, don't forget about the Schwartz. He's there too.
Yeah, let's not forget about old AR down there.
Aaron Rodgers, baby.
Yeah.
You got Jay with old young man AR.
Damn.
You want top 10 or what?
What was that, like a cool story, or you know? Damn. Carson Wentz, I don't even, you know, that's
hey, he's gonna jump up. He's gonna jump up. Trust me. Over the next few weeks, you gonna
it's
see
that
him.
damn Terry kid.
Yeah, man.
You know.
How about Tua, man? He's out there balling as well.
What about rushing? What we got on rushing besides?
You got Derrick Henry. You got Nick Chubb.
we gotta stop.
Henry.
We gotta stop with Henry right there. Okay.
Hey, Nick Chubb took a couple weeks off, so just know that. He'll be back
Yeah.
next week.
Well, no. Look at this, man. You got Henry, right? You go through and you sort attempts. Vargas has got Henry at 205, and Mixon is second with 157.
That's a big gap right there.
That is insane. That's 50 carries, basically. So what's going on there?
Well, I can tell you this much, man. You go look at Henry's real life stats, and they're about similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not lying, man. That's how bad we're running that kid. It is. I'm no joke. I bet you it's pretty close.
He loves every bit of it, man.
Well,
Nick Chubb, you said he was out 2 weeks?
Yeah, he took 2 weeks off.
What was wrong with him?
Nothing was wrong with him. We was just trying. We were just trying to. We was just trying this new
stat padding.
offense. Yeah, we was trying to get our passing stats.
Well, I got you. Oh, Chubb's
but
leading
Nick
the
Chubb,
league in touchdown, rushing touchdowns.
and after that loss to the Bengals, I think you'll be seeing a lot more of Nick Chubb coming up in the next few weeks.
Little, what do they call it, foreshadowing, huh?
Yes, absolutely. So y'all watch out for that, man.
Nick Chubb has 13 touchdowns on 134 carries. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it is.
So what do we got on receivers?
Jalen Guyton is just playing crazy. That like Bickerton was talking about the Chargers, man. The dude, hey, he's putting the ball in the air, and Jalen Guyton is the guy that you at least expect to be leading the league in reception yards. So shout out to him, and shout out to the Chargers, man.
yeah, that's 53 receptions.
Well, I mean, I'd hate to be a Debbie Downer here, but it also looks like we got two Browns right on his tail.
Who's the second one? I never heard of him.
Yeah,
Anthony Schwartz, man, he's making a name for himself, huh?
Yeah, use the
Schwartz. Man.
Use the Schwartz.
He's the Schwartz, man. 19 touchdowns.
Bickerton, he's too young for that movie, ain't he?
Yeah. I was thinking earlier. I was thinking earlier before we got on here. I was like, my boy Josh, he's been playing Madden as long as I've been alive, man. That's crazy.
Wow. Wow, Bickerton, you're like the greatest special guest ever, you know.
They're never gonna have me on again.
Yeah, we'll be sure and invite you back.
Oh, well,
Okay, we got Terry in the chat, man.
Terry's in the chat.
He said the Browns needs to hit the lab with me. You right, man. We definitely did the lab, man. I need some more of them.
Yeah, man. Let's all get together and get constipated with all that
man.
cheese.
some more of that Wisconsin.
Yeah, man. Absolutely, Terry. We will be in contact.
Everybody be constipated after smelling Terry's breath.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, big play, Bick. What do you got on defense? Talk to me.
We're not gonna talk about blocking, man. That's the most important thing in this game.
You got some pancakes or something?
Wow, he's really trying to get another invite back, isn't he?
Kendall Fuller for the Washington football team has 7 interceptions, leading the league. And then you got Justin Simmons with 7 as well. Then who's this Titan guy? Dane
Cruikshank.
Yes, sir. So he's making a name for himself as well. And then you got Earl Thomas, Mr. Blitzboy with the Rams. He's making a name for himself. He's showing up those haters with 6 interceptions. And then Buda Baker. So those are your top leaders for as far as interceptions go. Let's see what we got for the tackles here. Jamie Collins. Man has slow speed, but someone must be using him because that man is being a playmaker so far this season with 65. And then Blake Martinez, I know he was on a tear in real life. So this is pretty realistic numbers before. I think he got injured earlier this season. I don't know if you guys can quote me on that. And then Alexander Johnson, Ashton Davis from the Jets. And then right behind him, you got another admin user. You want to go ahead and pronounce that name for me, Jay West? Jeremiah Owusu.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't pronounce his name.
Jeremiah.
man's
Okay, we'll
slander
just
that
go with
man.
okay. Okay, it looks good. Jeremiah. Okay.
That man has some speed though, and I know my boy Jay West is using him and making some nice tackles, and he has an interception on the season, so better try to stay away from him. So
Yeah, man.
I'd like to
Ricky
know.
gonna step
I'd
up.
like to make a comment on this lone free safety
yeah,
up in here with 10
10
sacks
sacks.
and 4 interceptions. You know,
I mean,
look at the rest of the league. It's left outside linebacker, left in, right in, free safety. You know,
He just couldn't let that go, huh? You know, we're trying to fly under the radar out there in New York.
I hear you.
I mean, he's
I
a
hear
good
you.
player.
I told you a long time
He
ago,
works
man. I'm gonna
hard.
start.
You know, Ashton comes to practice every day. He busts his ass. I mean, he gives everything he's got for the team. So
I'm gonna start drafting me free safeties, and they're gonna spend a year with the old coach Josh, and then come back to the team.
We'll do him right. We'll do him right for a slight fee.
Yeah. Oh.
So you got Leonard Floyd. You want to talk about sack leaders? 17.
He's
Leonard
got
Floyd
something
is
working with him, man.
Bears, right?
No, he's with the Rams now.
That's Jalen.
Oh, the Rams. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Jalen be out there cheating
Same
people.
division.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got some defense.
He out
man.
there like the government cheating people.
He's definitely got something working with him. There's no doubt about it.
Von Miller. Because Jalen's got Aaron Donald too, sitting there with 9. 9 sacks. Interesting.
I'm quite sure Donald's just out there doing his own thing.
Well, he might be. You got to account for for everybody. So, Bickerton, would you like to go over the kickers?
yeah, I was actually looking at that, man.
Oh my God.
We got for the longest field goals. That's a pretty impressive number. We got Tennessee Titans Randy Bullock. He made a 56-yarder. So did Jake Elliott. Josh's favorite Matt Gay. And then Zane Gonzalez with the 55er.
Boy, shots fired. It's out of nowhere, huh?
Appreciate that, Vic.
Yeah, enough of the kicking.
Yeah, man.
Enough of that shit. You want to talk about the punters?
Nah, that's all Matt. That's all Jay. That's all Jay, man.
You're a freak. Let's move on. All right, so power rankings. I'm going to stay out of this one. You guys have all put together your list, man. Let's come up with a top 10 for power rankings. And then what I'll end up doing is once we decide and somebody makes sure that they're taking notes on it, and I will go in and put us together a flyer for the league and stuff and make it nice and pretty. Give it logos and all that good stuff. So you guys, Jay West, you can start off, man. Let's go with the power rankings next.
All right. Well, first things first, I would say number 1 right now, undefeated. You got the Cardinals. Then they're 9-0. Then I would say number 2. Or matter of fact, let me start from the bottom. Let's start from the bottom. So we got, I would say at number 10, I would put the, I want to say the 49ers. Let me put the Jaguars at number 10. And I would say the
Bickerton, you and Mabry,
Jaguars.
y'all can intervene, give your opinion as he goes
All
through
right.
these 10, okay?
So I got, okay, so I got the Jaguars.
You may give you mine.
Yeah, go ahead, Jay. 'Cause let me type.
Yeah, obviously Jay West is prepared
No,
tonight.
because I was looking at those bottom teams, and I was
Man,
like,
you was looking
I
at
went with
porn.
I'll just start from the top, and this is just out of respect, and I will always do it this way. As long as I see Ken Thornton undefeated and up the top spot, he will be in the top spot. I've got KD at number 2 because right now the way he's playing, he deserves it. and I've got the Jets sitting at number 3, and I've got the Rams at number 4. I got the Bengals at number 5. I got the Bills at number 6. I got the Browns at number 7. And I got the Vikings at 9. Am I missing one?
Yeah, you missed 8.
4, 5, 6, 7.
This man can't count.
I'm gonna miss the 10th one. Then I got the Vikings at 8 and the Jags at 9. So yeah, the 10th is an open book at this point. I mean, really, it could be anybody because we're all sitting there with 500 records or worse at that point.
You want to go first, Vic, or you want me to go?
Yeah, to add on to what he just said there, I got the top 3 being the same exact thing with the Cardinals, Rams, and Jets. The Cardinals are still undefeated, and I think the Rams lost 1 game. And the same thing goes with the Jets, and that game was BS from the start. Dak was injured because he got out of the car the wrong way.
Oh my God! You had to bring that up, man. I had already moved on. And the people, look, man, the people of America need to hear this shit. Right? Here's the situation: we turn injuries off during training. It's a new feature this year, right? And I haven't even done my training. Well, lo and behold, I gotta get this storyline deal at the very top. How are you gonna? What is your game plan without one of your top players? And I'm like, oh, damn, what the hell is this? Click on it, and they go through the whole spiel, and come back out of it. Dak is out for a week with a strained calf for no reason. None at all. So I will never click on a bad situation again when it comes to storylines, and I will take my chances that way.
Yeah, that's wild.
So I ended up going with, who was it I went with? I started off with
Fitzpatrick.
Fitz, and then I saw he had the mobility of a tree. So I ended up putting Cole McDonald in, and I've seen better arms on a chair. So we were screwed, however you want to look at it. But carry on, Dickinson.
Okay. Number 4 are the Saints. I think they're a really good football team this year. You really got Thornton
at 4?
Yeah, man.
Ah, dang, it must be cool to be in college again, man, where you can just smoke out and just nobody cares. Wow.
And then number 5, I have myself. I don't know. I think I should be probably 10, honestly, but I got myself at number 5. And then right after me, I have my AFC North rival, the Browns. Browns are a great team. Don't be sleeping on them. I see them moving up a little bit as the season goes on. After that, I got the Rams at 7, the Vikings at 8, and then my 2 noon upcomers at 9 and 10 are the Chargers and Ravens. So.
Okay. Well. All right. So I'm gonna start at the top this time. I'm gonna go with Cardinals at number 1 just because he's 9-0 and he's really dogging people. So I'll respect that right now and have him at number 1. I'm gonna go with the Saints at 2. Then I'm gonna go with the Jets at 3. I'm gonna go with the Rams at 4. I'm gonna go with the Bengals. Matter of fact, yeah, I'm gonna go to the Bengals at 5. I can respect that. I'm gonna go with the Vikings at 6. I'm gonna go with the Browns at 7. I'm gonna go with the Bills at 8.
Whoa, Richard's gonna be pissed, bro.
I mean, look he's in your division, man.
Yeah, well, you can expect some hate mail. Okay.
Well, I'm sorry. It's no disrespect, man.
Look, man, there's no DMs that are safe. I'm just telling you right now.
It is what it is, man. So we got the Bills at 8. I'm gonna go with those Ravens. Shout out to Nate at 9. Then I'm gonna go with the Eagles at 10.
All right. So what are we gonna do as far as putting it all together?
Oh well, all right. Well, I'm gonna start with this. On both lists, I think I heard it on Bickerton and Jay West. I understand looking at it, and you might know some of these guys, but at the end of the day, how do you leave any division winners at the moment out of the top 10? Like, where we stand right at this moment, the Jags are leading that division and having command and the hold on it.
Bickerton,
I mean,
Jay West, America wants to know. We've got questions.
For me, I mean, what's the Jags record? 5-3, correct?
Yeah.
I mean, you have the Ravens record at 5-3, and in my opinion, I think the
That's
AFC
third
North
in the division.
Yeah, the AFC North is 150% more difficult from top to bottom than that division. So I think for me, that's how you put I think that's how you have him in the top 10 instead of the Jags easier, in my opinion. So.
Jamal,
I guess
we're waiting.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, y'all.
Oh, there. Hey, look, another drive-by.
Nah, it was not intentional. Where were we?
Oh, damn.
I was asking because I heard both y'all's lists. The only one that kind of threw me for a loop is how neither one of y'all had the Jags at least in your top 10. And
Well,
their lead their division.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna go off of people leading their division. Yeah, he would have been in the top 10, but I wasn't going off of that. I was just going off of the individual player and me knowing what they could do. So like I said earlier, I'm not sold on the Jags yet.
So basically, everybody's kind of got their own way of coming up with things, right?
Yeah.
And so Jay West is saying he's basing his off of, well, you've got to establish yourself within this competitive league. Is that what I'm hearing? And a lot of things go into these records too, though. I mean, there's force wins and there's CPU games and things like that. So I mean, all this right now, with it being week 9, is just solely cosmetic. Matter of opinion.
The way I look at this is like you're comparing Pitt from the ACC to SEC top tier team.
Wow.
Let me ask you this,
dude,
though.
you're just full of hate.
I understand where
tonight.
you're coming from, Bickerton, and I'm also going to ask you this question, and I need to know. Like, you're saying how tough your division is, but I'm seeing right now the Jags beat the Bengals 28-0.
Oh, for sure, he smacked me.
Oh wow.
I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to, I'm just simply sitting there and saying, like, I mean,
at the same token, the Bengals beat me.
It's really about matchups, man. You never know how it's gonna end up, man. It's a crapshoot sometimes, but
I think
know more about.
I think we're all on point with the top 7 or 5 at least.
Yeah, 100%.
The reason I keep Thornton there is just because Thornton, to me, that is all from the heart. I mean, Thornton, as long as Thornton is undefeated in there, I'm gonna give it to him every time.
Based on Jay West's reasoning, Thornton should be his number 1 because I don't know if there's anybody that's more established in this league than him.
Well, I basically gave the Cardinals number 1 just based off of
just to piss Ken off.
What
right?
he did. No, nothing against Ken.
I don't think it's possible.
And you know what? It might come down to them in the NFC.
Thanks a lot.
It might come down to them.
Now we got
that's gonna be a hell of a game.
I think Ken would prefer to be 4. Ken would probably prefer to be off this list. Period.
Well, I'm about like Bickerton. I don't even know if Bickerton belongs in the top 15.
I agree with that, man.
Oh, he does, man. Because we're coming up with this list right now, and I know he left me off of it, but he did beat me, Nate, you, Jay West. He's on a 5-game win streak right now. He deserves to be in the top. He deserves to be in the top 10.
He can
without any doubt about it.
Absolutely burn.
He's on a tear.
All right. Well, what it sounds like to me is we have a difference of opinion, and we're going to have to come out and make it, maybe surprise everybody with the final verdict on everything. We'll have to put our heads together and kind of, somebody's going to have to be the deciding vote. So I guess.
Well, we'll just, I'll tell you what we'll do. It's just my opinion. We can do that. Yeah, that's fine. I wouldn't mind Bickerton working on it because Bickerton has shouted out a bunch of stats tonight, and he's really on top of the stats.
He's like Rain Man. I mean,
yeah. So maybe we let him work on
definitely stats,
the power rankings, just because of the stats he knows.
Yeah, well, we're gonna wrap it up with schedule and the games of the week this week. So, what do we got on games of the week?
I've got 2. And I only did that because I know how we are sometimes, as admin. Sometimes as admin, we don't like to put our game out there. But just from the history I know and everything that's been said, we got you and Richard coming up next week.
Absolutely.
At Advance. And I mean, it just...
Look, man, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to break Richard's freaking kneecaps.
I don't know what's happening in that game. I just know what's happening.
Look, man, I watched old school UFC, and the foot stomps are going to happen. They're going to take place.
And then my other one I picked, because we have been talking about up and comers, the Chargers and the Vikings are playing. So those are 2 new guys to the league that are doing well.
Man,
good picks.
What you got, JS?
I'm going, I'm absolutely go with the Jets and the Bills, man. That's going to be a slugfest. Bad blood, good blood. It's all love. But it's going to get nasty out there.
I'm cutting my DMs off.
Yeah, absolutely. And then up and comers, since Boss mentioned it, Vikings Chargers, I'm going to go ahead and roll with Colts Jaguars, man. We got the young gun Terry, man. He trying to make a name for himself in this league, man. So, that should be a good one. And according to Bickerton, Jags ain't no slouch. So we'll see, man. Two new guys to the league. So that should be a good one. Hopefully it's not landslide. Hopefully we get a good game.
I agree.
Yeah. Bickerton.
Yeah, so you guys definitely said some of the top games out there, like the Bills and Jets and Chargers and Vikings. To go on the top of that, one game I'm really interested to see is the Panthers versus the Cardinals. And if you look at the stats, I think the Cardinals are definitely heavily favored to win. But I think Allen can make a name for himself during this game, and maybe he'll catch the Cardinals off on a day. So I think this is a game that the Cardinals shouldn't take lightly, and he better bring his A game because Allen can bring that upset. So
yes, he can. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's a good pick too. I like that one.
So what do you guys feel about the old rumor? You know how the community is, man. You're talking about the Cardinals being undefeated. Do you feel like that everybody is due at some point, whether it's for a win or whether it's for a title or whether it's for a loss?
Man, I tell you what, I don't know, but I have been in plenty of games and watched plenty of games when sometimes it just, even the guy who everything's going against, they'll end up pulling the game out just because they're that good at the game. But I mean, they're out there battling against somebody that maybe they shouldn't be, And it just seems like Madden is just sitting there going. I mean, for instance, I'm gonna be honest. Like the game when I played the football team, the reason I had a shot at that game was I got some out of the blue phantom call roughing the passer on the very last play of the game with time off the clock. You know what I mean? It's like, are they lining me up because they want me to win this game? And then the next thing I know, I throw a 50-yard bomb. To make it to go to overtime. And then I get the ball, in overtime. I do, man, I don't know. I think sometimes there are things in the game where you're going to have to overcome it. It's I know for a fact it's on head-to-head. You win so many games that they're going to figure out a way to...
At least make it difficult on you. Somehow, some way with, we the phrase we come up with is, man, you just got Madden, and it happened to Terry the other night. When me and him played, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I mean, I beat his ass. I mean, point blank. But You know,
I thought he was gonna repeat what you said, but I felt bad for the young man because I was like,
I did.
I was like, ooh,
Hey, don't
what did
come.
he just say?
Yeah, don't come at these old people, man, because we got old man strength. You feel me? So, I ain't
like,
even. But just go on. Now, I mean, I've been begging for respect for that from that kid for I don't know how long, and he can't give it to me, so I just had to man up and go do it. You know, so. But no, I don't know. I mean, that's a topic that has always been, you know, kind of on the table and everything, and we don't know whether it's in. Only EA can answer that. And you know, the way I look at it is EA. I would love to have a sit down with EA. So if you guys, you know, are listening or whatever, man, let's do something because whoever you've got developing this game, man, they just you need football minded people. You don't need. You don't need guys who are basically renting the game.
This needs to work, man.
But,
the game needs to work the way it's supposed to work.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. Is they're forgetting about the football diehards that where stuff is supposed to make sense and it don't make sense. You know, I mean, a big thing sticks out to me this year is how all the running backs they fall forward. You know, you can hit a guy in the backfield 4 yards in the backfield, and he gets a 3 or 4 yard gain. You know, so stuff like that doesn't make sense.
The rollover is big.
Yes.
Like when you tackle them, they roll over.
Yep.
You know?
So, I mean, the intent is there, and it's, you know, they're on the right track, man, but they got to tighten up. But, you know, so what we'll end up doing, and if you guys are okay with this, and I didn't talk to you guys about it before the stream, and what we'll do is, you know, within our league, we will come up with our own point spread. And we'll do like a four-team parlay. And what we'll do on the parlay is we'll have the point spreads, and if you hit all four games by the point spread, then you get a +10 in attributes, minus your typical. You know, obviously we're not going to do speed and any of the other ones. Might put a cap on, you know, a max per category or something like that. But we'll come up with something cool. If you guys okay with something like that?
Yeah, I got a question about that. Is kicking power off limits?
No.
All right, because I'm gonna have the best kicker out there. That's my goal.
You need him, since you can damn sure can't score touchdowns. So I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but you know, we'll probably put a cap on per category.
Yeah.
You know, so but maybe are you okay with that?
As long as I don't have to have to do anything with making the spread, because you know that involves
we're going to all have to come together, and when we put it out tomorrow, after we decide on, you know, exactly what 4 games are we going to showcase, and then you know they've got to hit the point spread and stuff. So, but and for everybody that's listening and watching and things like that, we'll put those games of the week up on our Facebook page. It's JTDG T.V. So JTDG TV on Facebook. I think Jay West had put it up in the chat a few minutes ago as far as a link. But you know, it's pretty much, you know, what I've got for this evening. Do you guys have anything else you want to add?
No, man, I really don't right now. I've enjoyed it. You know, I'm glad we finally got this going, and I can't wait to see it get better and better and better from here. You know, this is something we've wanted to do, and we finally started it. So now it's let's get it. And I want everybody to know I enjoy everybody in the league. You know, I really do. You know, I hope everybody enjoys the league. And again, if there's anybody in the league that knows somebody that might have fun in this type of league environment, by all means, speak up and bring them in. Let's get this league full, keep it full, and have fun doing it, man. You know, that's all it is at the end of the day. We're all very competitive. You know, I usually have to walk it off. Like after one of my bad games, I just take my headset off and walk it off for a little while, man, because ain't nothing good gonna come out of my mouth. You know, so
Bickerton, Jay West, y'all got anything else?
To add on to that, for those of you listening, excuse me, gosh, man, I need a drink.
The hell, I can't help you.
Those
Are you
those of you
okay?
listening, yeah, we're good now.
Well,
Those of you listening,
did you sit on something that was vibrating, or what was going on there?
no. But those of you listening,
Verify. You do not have to be 18 to be in our league. But
yeah, correct.
You have to be mature.
Absolutely.
All right, can I talk now?
Well,
Yes, sir.
no, because you're slacking on the chat, bro. I mean, come on. You're the youngest one here. You got to be on top of your game.
I'm
Yeah.
the freshman. I forgot. My bad.
Yeah. Go carry on.
For those of you listening, I can talk now. How they talked about the 100% payouts. For me, that really means a lot because I know these guys do a lot for this league, and they spend a lot of time just putting good stuff out there, and they're looking to invest in their own brand and company and make everyone else come with them as well. In a lot of these money leagues, they take a certain percentage with them, and personally, I think the group of admins we have in this league, I'd be happy to do that with this league as well. But as of right now, they don't do that, so that just shows what type of people they are and what kind of how much they care about the league more than just themselves. They enjoy what they do, and that really means a lot to me, and that should mean a lot to everyone else in the league as well. So that's all I have.
Appreciate it.
I appreciate you,
well
Big.
said,
I
man.
appreciate you. Stopping the ass kicking when you did, or kissing.
No, but we had that conversation a couple of days ago, and that really meant a lot to me, honestly, because you see some of those leagues out there, and some of those admins take 50% of the pot, and it's
Well, they should.
not
I
like
mean, but the problem is you got people that run off with their money. You know what I mean? And
Right.
things like that. So, but our absolutely people's time is worth money. Even scheduling games. I mean, there's nobody's time that is more important than another man. And I'm big on that. But I was telling these guys here, like, between trying to get our stream ready and things like that, but between today and yesterday, I've probably logged over 20 plus hours just on our league. And and that's one thing that we'll be doing better going forward. This is our first one for the league, and we simply done it this way so everybody could be on the same page and see what we're looking at and things like that. But we invested probably about 12 grand collectively just in streaming equipment and things like that a few months ago, and this is something that we're serious about. JTDG is we're legal on paper. I mean, it's incorporated and and those kinds of things. So, and Jay West just advanced while we're sitting here looking at it, and so we're ready to move into week 10. But as we go along, hopefully you guys will start to see better and better product when it comes to these types of shows that we're going to do. And again, I'll repeat, every Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, we're gonna have a little podcast. Probably won't be this long. This is kind of an intro thing, and it's more, it's a mid-season report kind of approach. And but we will never sacrifice quality on anything that we do, just to get by. So, but Jay West, did you have anything else before we wrap it up?
Hey y'all, just looking forward to what we got coming up, man. Like I said, we got the fantasy league, then we got another regs league, and man, we just want everybody in the league to have an enjoyable experience, man. And, we want to give y'all what y'all want, man, and we just trying to build. That's what we're trying to do, man. So y'all. The guys that's with us now, man, just stick with us and hey, let your people know, man, what we about. Because the more people y'all let know, man, the more leagues we can get together. Let's make this thing huge.
Absolutely. Again, on Facebook right now, our page is JTDG T.V. So JTDG TV, and we'll try to have as much information up there for anybody who wants to be a part of what we do. And we don't have any time for any kids shit or anything like that. I mean, that's not what we're about. And if people come in who act a fool or whatever, they typically don't last long. And normally we go off of references and referrals for anybody that comes in and joins our league. And right now with us expanding is a great opportunity if you want to give it a shot. It doesn't cost you anything. You can. It's a free league that has payouts that are generated by the members themselves. So, but appreciate each and every one of you. We love you guys, and hopefully we can continue to build. So we will see you guys again. Maybe definitely on Sunday, but possibly again later on this week if we can find maybe one of the games of the week or something like that. If we get our stuff together, we might be able to come in and try to host that. So, but thank you guys, and we will talk again soon. Have a good night.
Peace out, everybody.